Did the IPO proceed?
May interlocutory, Your Honor.
No.
kasi
Yes or no lang. Tapos saka mo explain.
The IPO...
Yes or no?
Provided that the listing in the PSC of any company which directly or indirectly owns. So can we allow the NGCP to finish? Because if we keep on interjecting, we don't have the whole defense of the NGCP. That's the second proviso, which I read.
Sir,
Provided that the listing in the PSC of any company which directly or indirectly owns. So can we allow the NGCP to finish? Because if we keep on interjecting, we don't have the whole defense of the NGCP.
Mr. Chairman.
So I'm asking that,
Mr. Chairman.
Kasi so many times,
I'm questioning the resource person. And I'm satisfied already with the answer that she was manifesting. Okay na sa akin yun, Mr. Chairman, basta sumagot siya ng
Mr. Chair,
tinatanong
the
ko.
Honorable Rufus,
1 minute
this is the
suspension.
time of the Honorable Dan Fernandez. And we will now, I think, NGCP, I understand your sentiments, Honorable Rufus, but I think, we will also have to make sure that the answers are straight to the point. No? I think ang hinihingi ni Dan, ni Kong Dan, ay yes or no, tapos magpaliwanag. Yan naman
Chairman,
ang hinihingi niya.
Mr.
Para ho,
Yeah.
mapabilis ho tayo. The Honorable Dan, can you please proceed?
With all due respect
Okay.
with Congressman Rufus, I'm asking direct answer. I'm asking direct answer. And then I am letting her to explain. And then
Yes.
I don't know where the good gentleman is coming from na hindi ko inaalaw na magsalita yung ating pong resource person. As a matter of fact, sabi ko, sige, explain. Okay, so nung March 10, nagkaroon ng final decision na denied na po yung inyo pong petition, prayer for the extension. On August 11, 2021, may order that was issued by then Chairperson of ERC, Agnes de Banadera, saying that the Commission's order on March 10, 2021, ito, you listen, ha? Ang sabi ni Commissioner Agnes de Banadera, okay? The Commission's order dated March 10, 2021 should not be taken as allowing or prohibiting any mode of ownership dispersal allowed under the law to be undertaken by NGCP as this was not an issue in the entire proceedings. In other words, hindi po siya issue to tackle about this dispersal ownership doon sa petition that you filed on November 18, 2018. So, nung mag-lapse na yung period nung January 14, 2019, at your motion for reconsideration was denied, and you were ordered to proceed with the IPO, and then you did not proceed with the IPO, then, Mr. Chairman, I believe that there was a violation of Section 8. Ito na po yung sinasabi po ninyo, that another order was issued, this time, by all the members of the Commission, with one dissent, si Commissioner Maceda, declaring that NGCP has complied with the dispersal of ownership provided under Section 8 of Republic Act number 9511 based on SGP's indirect ownership of 40.20% of the outstanding capital stock of the NGCP. Now, may I know from the member of the majority who have decided, who reached this conclusion, dun sa March 2021 order, sinabi nyo, they have explicitly directed NGCP to complete its compliance with the initial public offering requirements until the successful listing thereof. You have decided dito po sa May 26, 2022. Pwede po bang malaman anong naging reason ng ating pong tatlong commissioner? Wait, Mr. Chairman, I still have the floor.
No, I have an interjection because the best evidence of what was the reason of their majority decision is the document and the decision itself. We cannot be again asking them on this particular forum.
Mr. Chairman,
The best way is to
since-
find out, to have it read by the Secretary, that decision.
Mr. Chairman-
Because that is already the best evidence rule, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Okay, ask Commissioner, sino pa bang hindi nakakasagot? Lumbatan. So, what is your reason for this? Kasi nagdesisyon na kayo nung ano na, okay, March 10, 2021, IPO na tayo. Proceed na kayo. And then suddenly, nung May 26, 2022, sinasabi nyo na, hindi na, compliant na kayo. Meron na kayong pwede na kayo sa share swap. While sinabi nyo doon sa mga investigation nyo and hearings that were conducted by the NGCP, by the ERC, that share swap was already abandoned. And as a matter of fact, kasama nyo si Mr. Francisco doon at sinasabi niya, nagpo-proceed na sila sa initial process of the IPO.
Thank you, Your Honor. Chair, if I may be recognized to respond to the
Yes, go ahead.
to the question.
Ay, boss.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Lumbatan, right?
That is correct,
Please.
Mr.
You
Chair.
are
Thank you.
recognized.
Thank you very much. We have specified in our 10 March 2021 order, we have specified IPO because it was NGCP who elected to pursue the first mode of compliance, which is the public listing or the IPO. So, pinanghawakan ho namin yung sinasabi nila na mag-IPO kami. And thereafter, they were asking for extension to conduct or to comply with the IPO. Ngayon, ang sinasabi ho namin, hindi. Ngayon na kagad, gawin na ninyo. Now, we have arrived at the 26 May 2022 decision because prior to that, they have filed a motion for clarification, asking the Commission, if we have elected earlier IPO, are we now prohibited again to choose the alternative, which is the public listing of a company having at least 30% control of the company? The majority decision of the Commission, composed of myself, Commissioner Fuentes, and Commissioner Digal, including the former chair, Agnes de Vanadero, was that by earlier electing to pursue IPO, you did not necessarily abandon the alternative mode of compliance. And so, ang sabi ho namin, sige, dahil nga ito ang sinasabi sa franchise law ninyo, you may utilize the alternative mode. So, in 26 May 2022,
Will you agree with me that the petition that was filed 2 months prior to the statutory deadline noong January 14, 2019, deadline na ang petition nila is for the extension of the period of listing of the shares of stock of NGCP.
Opo.
Wala silang sinabing share swap.
wala po.
Correct. Kung wala sila sinabing share swap, yung alternative mode of the requirements of the Section 8, nag-expire yung January 14, 2019 na deadline. Di ba? Kaya nga nyo binigyan sila ng extension Bigyan nyo sila ng extension twice, 6 months, para to complete the process of the IPO. But they did not. Correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Now, yun nga ang tanong ko dito The sudden as a matter of fact dito, kay Commissioner Digal, doon sa urgent manifestation nila, sinabi mo that NGCP is also, kasi nga, I think there was a deception in here because ang sabi mo, Commissioner Digal, NGCP is also finalizing the engagement of legal counsels for the IPO and expect to finally onboard all external advisors for WID. Wala namang mention ng share swap January 28, 2021 na to. So, ibig sabihin, hindi pinag-uusapan ng share swap. Di ba? Will you confirm that you have said this? Kino-confirm mo lang na, IPO na. Di ba? Tama, Commissioner Digal?
If that is what is in the order, Chair.
Yeah. And ganun din kay Fuentes, Commissioner Fuentes. Ang sinabi din ni Commissioner Fuentes, for the record lang, para at least we have the basis for all of this. Ang sabi ni Commissioner Fuentes, be a singular opportunity both for the investing public and for NGCP. And the company seeks full and unhampered chance without pressure of constricted timelines under the pandemic to realize it. The representation made by NGCP through this urgent motion and motion as well as the hearings conducted spoke lamang of the progress of the IPO. Yun lamang po ang pinag-uusapan. Now, kanina, dito po sa final order ng ERC, directing NGCP to complete its initial public offering within 6 months have become final and unappealable. Tanungin ko si Commissioner Maceda, since ikaw ay kasama doon sa mga nagdesisyon, naging final na po ba yung March 10, 2021 order ng ERC directing the NGCP to proceed with the IPO?
Mr. Chairman, thank you for that question. I wasn't present actually when the Commission adopted the order of March 10, 2021. I was on leave on that day, Your Honor. But based on the rules of practice and procedure of the Commission, there can only be one motion for reconsideration. And once the Commission has ruled on such motion for reconsideration, the decision is final and executory. Unless, of course, the petitioner files for certiorari before the courts, which they did not do.
So, meaning walang timely appeal or for certiorari or something?
Wala po sa records namin yan. Instead, we got a motion for clarification po.
So, the order became immutable, in other words?
It's a final order, Your Honor, based on our rules of practice and procedure.
So, yung NGCP's subsequent request for clarification, was it a, parang kasi, it's not merely an inquiry eh. Parang ang feeling ko, nung binabasa ko, parang effectively, they are suit to alter the decision eh. Because they injected the share swap asking, kasi nga, that was the recourse that was done by the NGCP. The motion for clarification. The motion for clarification is to clarify the decision for the motion for reconsideration that was denied. But